Good evening, and welcome to my channel, Positivity in Motion, where I share tips with you to help kickstart you into having a fantastic week. I know you thought I wasn't coming on tonight because it's kind of late, but here I am. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate your stopping in each week. For those of you who have been with me from the beginning, you know, and for my newcomers, I appreciate you as well. Don't forget, though, if you hear something that you like, to share it with friends and family and leave a comment in the comment section so I make sure that I'm having these topics on what you want me to cover versus each week what I find interesting and cover because I'm interested in it too. Now, tonight, we're going to continue our discussion on establishing meaningful relationships after 60. Stay to the end, though, because I have some additional tips on finding dates through speed dating, which is what we're going to be covering tonight. So let's get in motion. Now, just to explain a little about what speed dating is, I'm sure you've seen it on TV and different places, and the one where they have the balloon on YouTube where they pop the balloon if you say something they don't like or they don't like the way you look. It's similar to that. But speed dating is a structured event where individuals meet multiple potential partners, whether it's an acquaintance, a friend, or romantically. And we covered that last week in our session last week. Now, the speed dating that I went through was time. We had 6 minutes, to do that. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So, participants, though, are rotated, which allow them to quickly get through several people in one evening, which is the catch. And afterwards, you can indicate mutual interests and exchange contact information. It's a fun way to meet new people without the pressure of traditional dating. Now, like I said, I attended a social event last night, and it was a good way, kind of to take the edge off of this dating thing, that we're going through. How was it, you asked me? I enjoyed the event. I really did. And I may attend additional ones in the future. Some of the things that I liked, the ambience of the setting and the people I found were very, very, very warming. And they were eager to chat and eager to get to know you as well. The group setting did help with some of the jitters that one might have. And then there was soft music playing in the back. I love my music thing. And that could sort of help you relax as well and get you in the groove of what was going on. I didn't find that I was nervous, surprisingly. I was very relaxed and enjoyed the conversations that I had and enjoyed meeting the different acquaintances that I associated with. But now let's get to the tea. Let's talk about some of the real pros and cons of speed dating. It is a fun way to meet new people, but success is largely dependent upon how comfortable you are in the speed dating format. So let's go over some of the pros. Now, it's efficient, of course, because you can meet many potential matches in a short amount of time, making it a quick way to evaluate compatibility. And it doesn't take long for you to say, okay, nope, okay, it did not take long for you to come to that conclusion. Or maybe I should say me to come to that conclusion, but I know I'm not that unique, and I'm hoping that everybody was the same. So you have the efficiency piece. And then the variety. You have an opportunity to meet different people at one event, which increase your chance of finding someone that you might, like to connect with. That's always a good thing. And that was part of the goal of the session as well. And it's low pressure. We talked about that last week as well in the session. Social events, they are not as pressurized as one-on-one trying to get to know someone. The format is often lighthearted and fun. and that can reduce the stress typically associated with dating in general. And you get immediate feedback. Like I said earlier, you can quickly gauge mutual interest during this brief interaction, which can help you decide if you want to connect further. And then it's a structured environment with everything going on that you hear in the news with people online dating and meeting people and never being seen again. This event is structured, it's organized, and it can make it easier for those who are nervous about dating. Those are some of the pros. Now, the cons, basically, it could be a superficial connection because you only have a few minutes that you can get to know somebody. And they may be being superficial. I'm sure some of them are. So you still have to vet these people. You don't go to a speed dating and think, oh, yeah, he's the one. No, you still would have to vet these people. Another con is that it's limited time. So you might not have enough time to establish a real connection or truly understand someone's personality, but you can get a good idea about a person. And then there's the nervousness, it's quick paced and it's natural, but it can be intimidating for some and lead to anxiety. In our situation, the gentleman rotated from table to table, so I can imagine that they probably felt a little more anxiety than what the females did, just sitting there waiting, to be approached. But nervousness could also be a part, of some concern. And it's a pressure to perform. Because even though it's in a group setting, you still have to introduce yourself, talk, and get to know this particular person. So you may feel like you're in a pressurized environment to make a good impression in a short period of time. And that can be stressful as well. And then, depending upon the event, there can be a mixed pool of participants that may not align with what you're looking for. And this was a diverse group of individuals from 30 to over 60. And it was diverse, but you still got to mingle with everyone. Now, a few additional things that I'll share. Mm, Although the time is short, like I stated, you get a good vibe of a person and a glimpse into them, whether it's verbal, how they dress for the event, and how they introduce themselves to you as well. And you also get an opportunity to observe how they work in a room. Were they an introvert or an extrovert? If they were nervous or calm, if they had sweaty palms, you can get that feeling of that particular person. My overall recommendation on speed dating, though, that would be give it a try. It's an opportunity to get out, mix and mingle, and meet new acquaintances. And that's what I'm seeking, acquaintances at this point. Call me old fashioned or whatever. I'm seeking acquaintances. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket and think I've hit the jackpot. No, you got to vet these people. So I'm just looking and interested in meeting someone that I can converse with in an intelligible conversation where we can bounce ideas around, share a few laughs, and if it develops from there, then great. I met my goal. I connected with people. So give the idea some thought for yourself. And if you decide to take on the challenge, be sure to let us know by leaving comments in the comments section so we know how everything turns out for you. I did say that I was going to share some tips on finding speed dating events in your area. So let's do that. The first thing I want to say though is remember to have fun. And that was what I went to the session in my mind, that no matter what, I'm here to have fun, to enjoy myself. So don't take the fun out of meeting people. Always be your authentic self. I think that's very important. Never be embarrassed or ashamed to be who you are. If there's something that you need to tighten up on, maybe your etiquette or whatever, work on that, but always be yourself. So here we go. Let's go over some ways that you can do some speed dating in your area. You know, there's always the online search. Use a search engine to look for speed dating events in your area. You can try typing keywords like speed dating and enter your city, or speed dating events near me if you're willing to drive. I think that would be good because this particular event last night was in my hometown, and I did run across some people that I had gone to school with. You know, you weren't interested then, so you're certainly not interested now, but you had to make a good show. So going out of town and traveling might be a good consideration for you. You can also check platforms. Check websites like Eventbrite, which is where this one was through, Meetup, or Facebook. These events for these platforms, a lot of times they host local events, including speed dating. And then there's also dating services that you can use. Some local dating services or matchmaking companies organize speed dating events. So look for companies in your area and check their websites on upcoming events. And then there's social media. Follow local dating or social organizations on social media. They offer and promote their events through their channels. And then they have community centers as well who post a lot of events that are going on within your local area that you might want to consider as well. And don't forget word of mouth. Ask friends and acquaintances if they know of any upcoming events. This particular one that I attended, following my own advice, I made it known to my family that I was hitting the dating scene again, and I'm getting a flood of ideas on things that I can do. And this is one thing that was sent to me by one of my nieces. So personal recommendations can lead to great finds as well. Now, once you identify an event, make sure to check the details like the date, time, and location, any registration requirements that they may have, because you want to be prepared. So, happy dating to you. I had a fantastic time. And like I shared, I probably will do it again next time. Now, that's all I had for tonight. Positivity in Motion, I'm getting ready to sign out. But before I do, I want to share again that you are special. I hope that you wake up every day knowing there is only one you and there will never be another. Find your purpose and get on it. And happy speed dating. Good night.